Alright, what's good, y'all? Back with another video. Today I'm reviewing the KD17 UMP Pros. I already had a pair of the KD17 and did a review a while ago. I don't think I did a full video though, but I had the Sunrise colorway. Wasn't really a fan, ended up getting rid of those, but I do always try to get the UMP Pro colorways, so I think they're always just cool. Pink hoop shoes are always heat. And here they go right here. Before we get into the review though, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I'm going to give you a full breakdown of what I like about the KD17s, what I don't like about them, and if they're a good hoop shoe or not. Now let's get into it. So the upper consists of a suede material with a bunch of embroidered hits on the back of the shoe and on the Nike signs as well. It has this hologram KD logo on the tongue on both of the shoes. I do think the colorway is amazing. I do think it's also one of the more boring UMP Pro colorways that KD has dropped over the years. Kind of reminds me of the KD15 UMP Pros. They were kind of boring, not really too much design to them or anything. They were just a pink shoe. And if you didn't know about the KD UMP Pro line, you probably wouldn't know that they were anything special for real. I also had a pair of those, and those have a similar issue to these, but we're going to get into that later in the video. But as far as the upper goes, this suede material tends to get dirty pretty quick. So if this is a daily shoe for you, probably wouldn't cop. They're not going to be this light pink, nice color after about 5 to 10 wears, if I'm being 100% honest with you. So just keep that in mind if you want this as like your daily practice shoe or whatever. Game day shoe, great. Practice shoe, I mean, if you don't mind how your hoop shoes look, they gonna get dirty, you hooping. It's part of basketball, but I would probably just get a different type of shoe or a different material upper. Since we're talking about the upper, we'll get into the lockdown. That is a huge problem with this shoe. Experienced it with the other pair, and I'm still having issues with it in this one, is the lockdown. Like, no matter how tight you tie your shoe, the heel slip is just kind of there. That seemed to be a continuous issue with the different KD models that have dropped over the years. The 15s definitely had it, and that's why I don't have any KD 15s anymore. I like these, bruh. I'm gonna hold on to them, but that is such an annoying issue to deal with on the court. Just gotta tie my shoes a little bit tighter and kind of hope for the best. That feeling of like not being fully locked down just isn't it for me personally, especially with my play style. I would prefer not to roll an ankle, slip on my shoes, or have any issues tied to that. Alright, so now it's time to get into the midsole of the shoe. And it has the midsole set up cushion wise that I hate, but they made up for it to make it a comfy, cozy shoe. So it has a foam midsole, and for anybody that's been kind of watching my reviews, tuned in, I'm not a fan of the foam midsole, not a fan of the Phylon midsole. They do it in all of like Ja Morant shoes. Some of the older KD models have it, and it's not really the best impact protection. But wait. So they did something right. They have a half zoom strobel in the back of the shoe and a large zoom air unit in the front of the shoe. So it works out, and that adds to the cushion. So the cushion setup is actually pretty nice. The foam midsole, I mean, I guess it works, so I see why they did it. Definitely my least favorite cushioning setup by Nike. And if you look inside the shoe, hopefully y'all can see it a little bit. You can see the zoom strobel on the back. Fortunately, I can't show you the 4-foot zoom air unit, but they both feel good, feel comfortable, cozy, and do offer some solid impact protection. To add on to that, the shoes were pretty comfortable and did break in basically instantly. I wore them in a weight room before I got into the gym. Not to like squat and stuff, but walk around, kind of break them in, fill them out and everything. And I shot around for like 2-3 hours, and they felt good, felt cozy. I even dunked in them a little bit. If you know KD shoes, you know he always does a very unique outsole pattern. And it always works for some reason. Usually people stick with the typical herringbone traction just because it works, and when you start adding designs and details into the bottom of the shoe, sometimes it causes the traction to not really hit the best. But with this one, it did a heat map outsole pattern, and it's like a pearlescent design or color on the bottom of the shoe. But it works great on the court. As far as traction go, I did tend to pick up a little bit of dust, but also my gym has been shut down on and off for like 3 weeks. The court is terrible. There's like dust falling from the sun or something like that. So it's kind of been really hard to gauge traction reviews and stuff like that. But typically when you wipe, if a shoe has bad traction, even when you wipe, you still tend to slide. This one slid a little bit, but it was also like on top of dust. And I handled it pretty well. Did tend to pick up the dust a little bit quick, but I'm blaming the court for that part. The first ones I had solid traction. These ones were solid as well. I gave the traction a 9 out of 10. And for those that are into the squeak of the shoe, they do have a nice squeak on the court. Doesn't change anything as far as traction goes, but some people like the sound cues on court, and I personally like it as well. So yeah, they do squeak. shoes do fit true to size. I don't know if you go down a half size, it may help with the heel slippage, but I got mine true to size. My foot fits in there perfect. Just based on the ankle collar and I guess the heel counter, my heel tends to slip out a little bit. The retail price of the shoe is $160. I do believe that is $10 higher than the normal versions of the KD 17s. So a little bit more premium price for the premium designs, the embroidery, the suede, and all that, and it being a classic colorway and design of the KD model. But I definitely think this is a fair price with the Zoom Stroval, the 4-foot Zoom Air unit. It's more than what you get in most Nike shoes, especially at this price range, so can't complain there. And especially with the details and designs of the shoe, I'm gonna give you a closer up look, but you can see some of the embroidery on the tongue, on the heel, and in the AP and the KD on the back. So if you know me, you know I weigh all my basketball shoes just because I need to know if they're actually lightweight, heavy, whatever the case may be. Because sometimes I feel like when you get a shoe, it feels good, it looks nice. You might put it in the little lighter side, might favorite it a little bit more just because you like the performance of the shoe. But I need the cold hard facts. So weighed these shoes, they come in at 397 grams. Average weight for my size basketball shoes between 370 to 400 grams. So it falls in that average category. It is on the upper half of it, but it's an average weight shoe, not too heavy, not super light either. Typically, if my shoe is close to average weight or below, no issues over here. I do prefer, and some of my favorite shoes are the super lightweight shoes. But also when shoes are super lightweight, they do tend to have durability issues as well. So you get the best of both worlds with this one. Overall though, with the KD 17s, I do like this colorway. Didn't love the model of the shoe though. Do feel like with the design of the shoe, on a lot of the other ones, even kind of this one, the tongue looks huge and kind of like odd and like it wasn't made for this shoe. Or just made a little bit bigger than it should be on most of the models. You go like look at them and check them out, you'll see what I'm talking about. But as far as these go, with everything blending in one color, I feel like it looks fine. Everything else about the shoe I really do like though, from the colorways to the comfort to the traction. It just genuinely bothers me that heel slippage is a thing. And I can't get down with a shoe like that. Still gonna wear them, still gonna rock them. Probably wouldn't be my go-to hoop shoe. And I have had some of my followers when I posted the minute-long review of this say they had similar problems with the shoe. So if you have these, let me know down below if you're having heel slippage issues or anything like that. The shoe also does support a good cause, so I do love that for the KD line and KD himself. And before we get out of here, I gotta show y'all some of the KD models I do have already. Nothing to do with the review, but just wanted to show y'all. So I have the KD 3 Unpearls. Another shoe that's solid. I don't know if I did a full review on these, but I did drop one in the shorts. KD 16 Unpearls. Another cool shoe. Got material, gets dingy and dirty so quick. I've seen some of these be beat when they first came out after like a couple weeks. One of my favorites for sure. KD 4 Unpearl. Definitely wanted these when I was a kid. Glad the price finally dropped on them. A lot of these were sitting in stores, and you could have easily got them on retail if you got them on a drop. These are still sitting on like Nike, Dick's Sporting Goods, all that, if y'all do want to go cop these. So, and my personal favorite for the KD Unpearls, the 6s. Not the best performer by any means. If you ever want me to do a shoe breakdown of this one, let me know in the comments. But the colorway, the design from the flowers, the blue inside, the hype this shoe had when these came out, bro. I was one of them. Cargo shorts or cargo pants, elite socks, matching Nike shirt to rock the kicks. And the KD 6s, bro. You had to have time and have like both sides of the tongue showing. Drip, drip, drip. Prime high school times, man. If you know, you know. Alright, I'm gonna head out of here. Any new shoes that you see dropping or anything, or something old that you might want me to review, if you see any behind me, or just throw it out there, I might go get it just because I like the shoe and you recommended it. Let me know down in the comments below. Also want to mention that the KD 7 Unpearls are also beautiful. The white, there's not enough pink in there for me to put them in that like high top tier category, but the design with the wings and the strap and everything, I do think is super cool. But I'm out of here. I'll catch y'all. Appreciate y'all tuning in. And you know we going up all 2025 with the best shoe reviews on YouTube. Out of here.